Well, Virgo, it's June 2020. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au. I want to get the ball rolling here with your chart because it's an important month. Quite a few factors here. If I jump around a bit, forgive me. One thing I noticed here is the continuing Mars transit with Neptune in your 7th house. That's important, along with the fact that several planets right now, as you can see, are retrograde, including Venus, the planet of love, which is one of your better planets. But here, because Jupiter's retrograde, Jupiter is not particularly a friendly planet, even though it rules your marital and intimate relationship sector. This area of your horoscope is going to be an important one to pay attention to. Mercury's not retrograde till later in the month, around the 18th to 20th. It slows down and then goes retrograde. But let me give you some good news. You've got the Sun there in the 10th house for most of the month, at least half of the month, and that is going to bring with it some really great opportunities, especially at the full moon phase around the 6th and 7th here, when these energies will cast a favourable influence on both your working life and also your domestic sphere. The 5th house is a little intensive there on the 8th and 9th when it makes contact with Pluto. Pluto is ruling your 3rd house of communication, Jupiter, as we mentioned, the co-ruler of your 7th, and then Saturn, which is a mixed bag here, rules your 5th house of love affairs. So this period, 8th, 9th, 10th, has a lot to do with your relationships and try to keep this Mars-Neptune at bay. It could be that your partner is, if you're married or in a relationship, is having some trouble really figuring out what it is that they want to do. Notice moon swinging around there on the 12th to the 13th. That's going to trigger this Mars-Neptune energy. These two planets can paralyze a person, can make them feel ineffectual, unable to achieve what it is they want. It's up to you to help them during this darkening phase of the moon. There may be some emotional issues that they have to contend with. Jupiter being retrograde shows that this 7th house, marital house, is empowered for good or for bad, and you'll be required to give some assistance there, I think. The moon here in the 8th house on the 15th and 16th is the intimacy area. You're digging down deeper into some of the psychological aspects. Then it moves to the 9th house on the 17th. This is more of a spiritual, higher mind activity for you. Good influence there to Mercury, as you see there now, from that 18th, as I said earlier. Stationary means it's slowing down there, and it's going to go into its retrograde motion around the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Just take a look there. There it is, 20th, 1920. So here, at that same time, Mercury here rules your 10th house of career. You've got Venus there, the moon making contact with your karmic point, and the sun. So there have been some good opportunities. I hope you've taken them in the last couple of weeks. The moon and the node there show that you are keen to deal with the masses. On the 22nd, the ingress, what we call the Cancer ingress, the movement of the sun into the sign of Cancer, into your 11th house of social activities, and a new moon there means a brand new chance to expand your social circle, your networking, so on and so forth. Do be careful here. Mercury is your ruling planet. Its retrogression is good. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. It actually empowers you, and in the sign of the zodiac and the location of the horoscope, it's going to empower you in those areas. So here we see the Sun-Mercury combination in the 11th house of friendships, which is why I said it is a month of social empowerment. You should use that to your best advantage. Venus here at the top of the chart, also having gone direct, as you can see, is also not a bad omen for you. This gives you the chance to overlap your social and your professional activities in a way that can be, profitable to you, as shown by this combination. Saturn here is your workplace environment. It's your debts, it's your health, the health and disease. That planet being empowered is not particularly strong. The only counteraction to that is the fact that it rules Capricorn, your 5th house. So generally we say it's not a bad planet for you, but you must be careful not to burn that midnight oil. Do take care with your work practices and the people that you are collaborating with at this time. There may be a little bit of undermining at that time. The moon completes its transit here in the 3rd house of communication, short journeys, and it can show that maybe you're a little bit tired right now. Do take the time to rest adequately, watch your diet, and most of all, capitalize on these opportunities with friendships. We'll talk about Mars moving here into your 8th house next month. This is a fairly important position, but one that requires tender loving care with finances, especially the finances of other people. Take a look at astrology.com.au. I've got all your monthly, your daily, weekly, yearly readings there. We've got more on this month for you there at my site, astrology.com.au. Please subscribe. Don't forget to drop me a line if you want me to give you a bit of feedback, or you're looking to have a personalised reading. I'm here available for you. What else is there to do in the lockdown, right? Stay safe. I'll see you next month. Bye.